けも次のスタートラインあの夢に届かなきゃまるで見てないことと同じだから仲間と共に多少で笑顔と涙いつだって背中を押せさ
挑む心ブランニュースターティフォース溢れ出してるブランニュースターティフォース何度でも立ち上がれ Together Forever 未踏の空飛ぶフロンティア夢は広がり続けてるその足で踏みしめていくよ
高鳴り始めることをきらめく自分探しの地平
今こそ決まってこ新しい時代へと強くバクとそう飛び出せば水槽中追いかけて全力と全力がぶつかる瞳筋書きの通りにはいかないさこの向こう側まだまだ大学で狙うなら虎視眈々追い詰めてそれぞれの今までをほら超えてけ伝説が生まれるさもっともっともっともっと未来へ
挑む心ブランニューサーティフォー溢れ出してるブランニューサーティフォーどこまでもどこまでも走れ
走れ走れ走れ
We out here on a Thursday. Hello! Happy Thursday, everybody. Hope you guys are doing great. I am doing the best I have. Doing the best I have with what I can. Hello? We already having a stroke. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Do the best I can with what I've got. It's fine. Anyway. Howdy. How's everyone doing? You guys are having a good Thursday. Kami's doing his game. There's a Foosh in the background. Hey, George is here. Hello, everybody. Hope you guys are having a good day. We are going to happy Tokon launch day. Deadpool is fucking ridiculous. The sheer amount of FGC nonsense that he has as a character is through the fucking roof. Carnage is godlike. He looks great. Oh no. A dad joke, you say. Wait, what? I'm trying to read this to make sure I understand it before I even try to say it. You're not sorry? Of course you're not sorry. Why would you be sorry? Surprised you aren't playing Tokon. Have you picked it up yet? I'm broke. I have $0 to my name. Cannot afford it. Otherwise, I probably would be trying to play Tokon. Unless some kind soul decides to give it to me, I'm not getting it anytime soon. Relatable. Yeah. Anyway, for Okami, you know, it's funny, Okami. No matter how much you push a piece of paper, it's always stationary. Anyway. Happy Thursday. Hope you guys are having a good day. We are trying to keep ourselves as cool as possible in the 103-degree weather we're having today. Awesome. Love it. Anyway, I started later than I wanted to. I was like right on time to get everything loaded, and then I couldn't actually get my the cable that I've got that plugs into my phone. So most people that use their iPhones connect it to VTube Studio via Wi-Fi. I don't. I do USB because I actually have all of the connection points to actually do that. It also helps keep my phone semi-charged while I'm using VTube Studio, so I don't have to like try to like double down on it. And it also keeps the bandwidth on the house, you know, network not going wonky while I'm trying to do everything at the same time, because, you know, we're a house of gamers, so we're constantly using our connection. So this is the easiest way for me to be able to do it. Well, the cable that I've been using for like a while finally died, so I had to go scrummaging up the replacement lightning cable that I have for my iPhone to get it to work. So my camera was freaking out because it was like, I see it, but I can't connect. And I'm like, oh no. Luckily, it wasn't that far away. I just had to like maneuver it between the two computers to get it to work. I'll have to pull out my extra backup cable for other reasons for later. I still have like a completely brand new one that I haven't done anything with yet also, that's like still sitting in its bag from when I originally bought a pack of 3. Thinking of myself that I'd actually use all 3 of them at the same time, only to realize, yeah, that's not happening. I use one. So it's been nice. Because I've got one for when I'm charging it, like when I'm asleep, and then I've got the one that's plugged into my streaming system. So it is what it is. It works for what it works for. It's not a huge deal. Had a screening call today for what I assume is going to be for a new job. It went well. She's recommending me for an actual interview. But when I mentioned my accommodation need, she's like, see, we're local. And I'm like, you know, your ad for your applications said fully remote. So she's like, I'm gonna have to go back and look at that. And then she did, and she's like, I'll be damned, you're right. I'm like, yeah, you should fix that. So we'll see. I guess they have ways of being able to file for accommodations for that sort of stuff. And since I have it all documented now, because my feet are all jacked up, it doesn't make sense for me to try to not at least bring it up right out of the gate, because I don't want it to be, I want it to be the understood condition for my employment that I have to have these accommodations, otherwise I can't sit for that long. It's just not feasible. Otherwise my feet swell up like balloons and I can't walk, and that's not good. Even with medicines, I still have to elevate. It's really the only option that I have right now. Because Medicaid does not cover compression socks. And they want $50 a pair. I don't have any money to afford that right now. So the problem is that the recruiters aren't the ones putting the posts up on the websites. The recruiters are the ones that are basically just told, hey, call these people. Screen them, find out if they're going to be a good candidate, and then send them to the hiring manager. The hiring managers and like the folks who are actually looking for team members, they're the ones who put the entire post together, and they're the ones who put it up on the website. They don't tell the recruiters any of this stuff. And the reason why I know that that happens is because I had to do that for 6 months. I had to deal with the fact that recruiters didn't know what the fuck they were talking about. In that I had to basically tell them, hey, this is what we need to talk about. This is what you guys need to talk about. Fix your shit. And yeah, it sucks. So you know, we know what we're looking for, but the recruiters only kind of know, and then they have like this generic spiel that they have to go through to kind of like make sure that the candidates understand what's going on. And I'm like, that's cool. I don't blame the recruiters. It's just, you know, It's just how it goes. There should be communication. That's dumb. I agree. Welcome to corporate America. It fucking sucks up here. People do stupid shit all the time. I need to move that away from here. Actually, what I need to do is I need to move a bunch of this stuff out of here. So many things that I don't need to have over here. It's been a day. Regardless of that, though, the recruiter seemed pretty receptive, and said, you know, this is who you're going to talk to. Let them know what your accommodation requirements are. We have a national group of people that we have all over the United States, and a large majority of them all work remotely. So I don't see how it is that you couldn't also work remotely. It'd be a little weird if you couldn't. But talk to this person when you have your interview. Let them know kind of upfront what the issue is. And that's the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to tell her, this is, hey, look, I was talking with the recruiter. They told me to tell you this. This is what my accommodation requirements are. If you think that's going to be a no-go before we do any of this, I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to waste the hiring manager's time. I want to be upfront as possible with what I have as far as my problem is concerned. It's that I have problems being able to sit for lengthy periods of time, because if I do, my feet will blow up like balloons and I will not be able to walk, and it will be a problem, and the edema can lead to serious additional issues down the road. I would really prefer my feet to not randomly explode and all of a sudden I've got blood clots. Nobody wants that, especially not me. So if that precludes me because of specific problems, because you can't accommodate that, then I will continue to search for work from home opportunities that can. I'm not a fan of that idea, especially considering the fact that I think this is the first actual, like, gosh, I don't know. I want to say this is the first interview I've had since May. So yeah. And that one was, I think that one was the AAA gig, which that would have been cushy, but that one was weird though. Like, I went all the way through the entirety of that process, got narrowed down to a group of 10. They said that they were only going to be able to support 8. And I'm like, okay. And they're like, well, the fact that you're even here means we're already considering you for the 8. And I'm like, ah, cool. So that means it's probably just a shoo-in. Just show up, listen to some calls, have the interview, start in a couple of weeks. Right? That's what you would assume. Took up a month, and then they were like, oh yeah, by the way, we went with someone else. I'm like, you took a month. I could have fucking told you that. Not that difficult to understand that. Job market fucking sucks out there, my guy. Honestly, if I had the foresight to try to do this full time, I would, but I don't have. There's a lot of things that I don't have in order for me to be able to do that. And part of that is existing current stable income. I don't have that. But if I can get this job, it's decent cat. I think like they said, it was starting at 20 an hour with cap commission at 660 per 3-week cycle, which is not terrible. So yeah. Why is YouTube telling me that my current audio stream bitrate is 0? Which it's not. YouTube really likes to mess around with me a lot. Part of it is because I don't stream exclusively to YouTube, so using item, sometimes I think it likes to bug out a little bit. Because I think part of it is just trying to troubleshoot why item is trying to not what I'm looking for. They're not, it's not not throttling. Throttling is not the word I'm looking for. It's not managing the bandwidth to the best of its ability, I guess I would say. So every couple of minutes, I keep seeing this thing out of the corner of my eye, and I look over, and I'm like, oh, YouTube's having a problem again. Hooray. At least it's just audio bitrate, and that's not, like, awful. That usually corrects itself within a few seconds. But... I was looking at something earlier. I don't remember if I even bookmarked it. Somebody green screened the fucking Deadpool. Maybe ask the devs for some buffs in the next patch. That's so funny. So many people are playing Deadpool today. It's crazy. It's like 90% of what I've seen on Twitter today has been just a bunch of absolute nonsense from the fucking people playing Deadpool. Also, was not expecting the voice of Demon, the new tank character in Overwatch, to be voiced by fucking Lily Pichu, of all people. She's definitely grown into her range, let me tell you what. Because I know what she normally sounds like. And boy howdy, she did a stellar job voicing Demon. I was watching Max play Champion for a while. He looks pretty cool. He's also hella busted. He's got like a standard bread and butter. I think it was what? Light, heavy. Quarter circle back. So it was what? 214 heavy. Light. Medium for like a knockdown. And it's like 80%. And I'm like, what the fuck? That's insane. He does how much damage? Oh, okay. He's really cool looking, but there's a lot of people who are like, we don't have tournament viability on this character. The game just came out. Please relax. We will let y'all know once we know a little bit better exactly how this is supposed to work. But like Jabali, who is, as many people in the FGC know, Jabali is the guy who runs CEO, but he's also really, really popular because like he's been running some of the biggest tournaments on the East Coast for decades. He's like, I haven't gotten a chance to touch the game yet because even though it just came out, I'm still doing a shit ton of CEO prep. As soon as I get a chance to actually get my hands on him, I will let people know what his tournament viability is. But as of right now, I don't think he's going to be legal in the tournament. And so a lot of people are like, "Oh yeah, well we won't touch him yet. We'll lab him when we actually get a chance to like know whether or not he's tournament legal." And obviously, there's going to be people who are playing him anyway because casual. But yeah, it is a thing. So it'll be interesting to see though. He's massive. He's fucking huge. He's a big body. Let me tell you what though. It's also really interesting that there's a lot of people who are like really upset that Hulk isn't a grappler. But, you know. Actually, it's interesting. I don't even know if I don't even know if there is a dedicated grappler in Tokon yet. Because I know that Penny's not. She's just a goofy trap character. She's the Faust. Deadpool is Deadpool. Hulk is just a big fist. And so is Champion. See, I'm not entirely sure. Also, I don't know if you saw this picture George. Same with Foosh. Cosmic just posted this afternoon. I'll share it with you guys. This is a real number. I'm not making this up. This is something that he posted. There's a point in that damage number, chat. And that's with the 20% damage reduction on the boss. Pretty sure this is Grand Arrow, by the way. This is Grand Arrow. Grand Arrow's really good. Big bonky. So Cosmic's whole shtick, his entire life in this game is how many people can I turn into OTK characters. So this is him with all of the nerfs and all of the reductions that the bosses have going into the season, and still building one turn kill decks. Just not FTK, one OTK. Still though. That has a point in it. Yeah. Like, I think, let me see if I can pull up what he was actually talking about. Oh, hey, grats. I got my box on this, but I didn't get a chance to get anything else. I only got a box today. I didn't get anything cool. This was a Yuki build that he's put together. This deck is actually kind of interesting, too. He's also using Claim with Yuki, which I may actually have to look into that, because it's like a big self-buff. Also look at that Hilda. Not Hilda, Hyda-Marie. This Hyda-Marie Effulgent is ridiculous. 114 exhausted Effulgent blades, 168,993% damage. Oh, okay. Okay. Man, fucking Cassius. What a goddamn Chad he is. Here's an extreme hue that he was also doing. $16,660 extreme hue level 5. Here's a barrel OTK charge shot with 11,308% retain. Look how they massacred my boy. That's his entire life bar. That is a 9 of 9 life bar right there. Probably more than the 9 of 9 life bar. I think the 9 of 9 life bar is only 58,000. So this is part 1. This is the picture I was looking for. So this is part 1 of the Hilda Grand that he's been building. He already... and this was day 1. And he was already pushing almost 10k on the Grand Arrow. So yeah... Yeah. So Cosmic has been pushing the absolute limit of the OTK decks in this season so far, since like the season swapped over. No, he's finishing the video. I think he said he actually says that up here in this build, in this picture here. Are you gonna post the deck? He's like working on the video now, just trying to edit my notes and have more clips to showcase the various teams. I'm gonna have 3 different team builds in the video. And he posted that, 3 hours ago. So probably in the next day or 2, I would assume that Cosmic will have his video up for it. I'll probably have to take a look at it just to see what he's doing with it. Because while I personally am not a big OTK person, I'm a fan of I'm a fan of more like synergy combos where I can kind of like play more onesie twosies. Like I'll probably go 5 or 6 turns at a time. But yeah, this was crazy to me. Absolutely crazy to me. Yeah, hopefully you'll have it up in the next day or two. I'll keep an eye out for it too. Like I said, I'll check it out. Oh, I remember what I was going to mention. I tentatively have fixed my hard drive issue when it comes to certain games. As many of you know, I was having issues with games like Monster Hunter Wilds and Helldivers, and like games that have heavy shader read write, where it would get to a certain point, it wouldn't load all of the textures correctly, and then it would crash the game and then shut off my hard drive. I was able to find an updated driver for my hard drive, and it fixed the problem. Now, the only reason I say tentatively is because we've only really been testing it for the last couple of days, and I haven't really gotten a chance to stress test it yet. But as far as I'm aware, it should be working correctly now. So that'll be good. Especially since it means that I will actually be able to play Monster Hunter again, which will be nice. Not only, I mean, that being said, part of it was I wasn't really touching it just because we had kind of done everything we wanted to do. Like, I've killed Gagamazios, I've done a lot of the story clear stuff, I've done all the collab stuff. There really wasn't a ton of, like, short of actually going in and doing like 10-star stuff, I wasn't really I've basically, I'm just waiting for Ascension, which is the expansion to come out. So like, it wasn't like a big deal that I wasn't really playing a ton of it, but beyond that, Helldivers is something that we tend to play pretty consistently on like the daily. Especially with that announcement of that Warhammer 40k collab banner coming out next week, I think they said. I'd have to double check. I'm pretty sure it's next week. Whoosh will correct me if I'm wrong. Did you see my vote for Grappler? Next Thor movie tie-in, give us Hercules as our dedicated grappler. Oh, Jesus. That would be sick. I would love to see that. As it stands, there's already a couple, I wouldn't say obscure choices, but there's definitely some more popular character choices that have been made for Tokon that I don't know that a lot of people thought we would ever see in a fighting game, especially considering the fact that the Cyclops we're getting isn't just like regular Scott Summers, it's villain Scott Summers, fucking Phoenix Cyclops, which that's crazy to me. People have been begging for Cyclops, and they've been begging for like more villains, and we got Phoenix Cyclops, and I'm just like, that's crazy. They also mentioned Tokon Arc Systems mentioned that there was quote unquote surprises to come. What does that mean? Are you guys gonna start dropping random DLC trailers in the next week? Why? What do you mean surprises? Holy shit. I'm not gonna say no, but what the fuck? Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Warbond is out next Wednesday. Okay, I thought so. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't losing my mind. There's a lot that comes out next week. Oh, Big Walk came out. That's right, I forgot about that. Cute game, cute game, cute game. Anyway, enjoy your dinner. We'll see you in a bit. Why? Oh my god. I'm so glad I checked it now instead of, you know, later. Also, I'm glad that the gal that did the screening for me today actually fucking called me. Because I never would have caught it. Her email went to spam. Why did it go to spam? It's the same. Is it not the same email that she sent the secondary email to? Wait, she sent it to... Wait, what the fuck? Oh, because she sent it to the wrong... Oh, I know why. Because I have forwarding emails. Ah, Jesus Christ. All right, whatever. I need to figure that out later, or I'm gonna lose my goddamn mind. Whatever. All of my emails are jacked up because of everything that happened with my Discord hacking incident. And so now I need to go back in and like make modifications to like fix some of the forwarding that I have, because I think part of my problem is that some of my emails are being forwarded to my old email address when they definitely should be, and they got marked as spam, and I'm like, what the fuck? That's the problem with having more than one email address. You want backups, but you also get weird shenanigans. Anyway, did I do the thing here? No. Did I update here? Yes. Good. Good. Okay, cool. Yeah, I was just trying to ensure that the other update I was looking at wasn't satire, because that's been a thing recently and I need to be aware of it. Good. All right. Anyway, cool. I don't have to think about that. Let's pop in to game and see who we want to work on today. I've got a solid build for Yuki. Trying to think like who might be an interesting choice. I think I still want to figure out Orlea. Maybe Orlea, maybe I mean, I need a healer. No, we have Tiff. Tiff's doing really good. I don't think we had any problems with Tiff. She's holding her own, so maybe I don't need to worry about an actual, like, healer. But then, like, who... So I've been waffling on tank decisions, and I'm not sure if I want to try to actually build 9 or if I want to just say fuck it and build Adelheid. I'm trying to remember if I actually had an idea for what I wanted to build for Adelheid or not. I don't think I did. Like, I'm pretty I'm pretty hard set on what I'm gonna do for 9. Let me actually look at
あ、来てくれた。
our adorable daughter here
館
and
長
see
は
if
完
I can
成化し
like
た。
let me do this. That way I can just have deck build Adelheid. All right, so if we're still trying to do standard seasonal chaos, I'd probably stick with the same items. So Exsanguine, Remnants, and Invader. Getting rid of the 3 basics. So Once Upon a Time. Exhaust 2, apply Blessing to 2 random draw 1. Exhaust 2, apply Blessing to 3 random. Select and draw 1 from the draw pile, then apply Blessing. But that's initiation. And you get to select the card that you get with Exhaust 2. Discard 1, apply Blessing to 3 random cards of the combatant who owns the discarded card. Retain Exhaust 2, draw equal to X, then apply Blessing. Unique what a blessing is created, apply Blessing 5 times a turn. Is the select and draw, like, any good? That's what I want to know. What are they saying? Apply 3, draw 1? What is... So that's... So they're saying this. Why wouldn't you want to select 1? Is it because you're only drawing 1? No, you're still drawing 1 regardless. None of these have... The only one that has more than 1 draw is the draw X. What about... All of the rest of them are... Well, this one, and this one aren't 1 cost, but these are all 1 cost. But if we get the Divine to reduce the cost and make it 0, would that be better for... Would that be better for Hilda or Faye? Like, if we're doing Faye as our secondary DPS... Well, I mean, I guess everybody's doing Haida Marie. And I kind of am like, I really want... What if I do... Wait a minute, hold on. Let me look at something. What if we did... Where'd she go? We already have our TIFF build, so, like, I'm not sweating this. But, like, what if we do this? Can we make this work? If we're still just doing... No, 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 no. See, this doesn't matter. We're not going to be doing... If we're doing Quantum Seed, we're not doing Circle. But, so we still want to do this, which is select 1 and create it. With draw 1. And then this is fine with like the correct, like if we do the normal build that we've been doing, Only 60. That puts us at 140. This lets us generate any of the archetypes that we want, and in this case, we're building out for triangles, because that's the one that does the next card played does more damage. We're not doing, I don't think this always has a damage on it, so we're probably gonna just ditch Truth, right? So if we're doing this and then reduce the cost, well, move 2 exhaust cards from discard pile to hand. Protect us. We want to do the draw 1 if it's a blessing, draw 1 with 1 AP, right? Yeah. And then we're going to copy protect us. And then we want this to be create a Teddy when damage is taken, move Teddy to hand once per turn. Right? Okay, so I think that's probably what we want to build there, because if we're gonna do Chizuru makes it so you can't gain AP, so drilling. Doing Quantum Seed for Circle doesn't make any sense. So you want to do Quantum Seed for Triangles, which boosts the amount of damage that you're going to do. Drawing out as many copies of so it's not gain AP. It is move exhaust card. Yeah, it's always going to be this. And I think we don't want a divine. We just want a regular draw 3 or blessing 3 draw 1. That puts us at 120. And then we still want these items here. Also, it needs to be tier 12 because it's 140 before I lose my goddamn mind. So I think this is the build we want for Adelheid. We kind of already have this built for Tiff in the same capacity. The only difference is instead of generating circles, we generate triangles. So like Tiff's already built, so I'm not worried about Tiff. What I'm worried about is trying to figure out how to make Chizuru work. Because we're obviously focused on doing as much damage as we possibly can with Shadow of the Moon. So that would mean we would want to... I'm on the wrong page. Let me just look at something as far as what their... Your basic recommendation is 1 copy of Karmic Flames with 3 copies of Tsukiyomi, which I figured. You want this one here. So it's Curse Shackles. When a target inflicted with Curse Shackles is defeated, you create another one. So like if I'm attacking multiple targets, every time I kill something, I'll have another Karmic Flames to use versus just having to wait for it to cycle back through the deck. Plus it costs 0 and you start with Karmic Flames in your hand no matter what because it always has initiation. Tsukiyomi. With Tsukiyomi, are we adding... Do we do 2 hits, or do we do... When an attack card of this unit is used. Add 1 hits to the next attack, 4 Will-O-Wisp. Okay, yeah. So this is just 2 hits. And then with this, we want to keep doing this. Bound, we want... Decrease cost of 1 by 2? Or is it 2 by 1? It's 2 by 1. Because that's everybody's cards. Okay. And then the Oni hunt we want is the... I think we want the four hits? Or do we want to do... Create 2 Moon Slash. 80% damage to Shadow of the Moon at the start of the turn for Will-O-Wisp. The question is do we want to focus on the only damage that she's doing is with Shadow of the Moon? Because every time something dies, we're generating another Curse Shackles. So that we can immediately put it onto the next target versus having to like actually cycle through the deck. Because we're not using Cassius. We're using Tiff and Adelheid to be our draw engines. I feel like this is better. So I think this is probably the deck. Obvious like items and things like that are going to be a little bit constrictive. With Chizuru, you're going to want to do more damage than anything, so like that makes the most sense. And then even then, the Tiff deck is still more expensive than these 2 decks being at 120. Which is still doable. Okay, I think that's how we want to do this. So let's go ahead and do the preset here so that we can set it. Once upon a time, we want to do Unique Epiphany, apply Blessing 3, protect us, Unique Epiphany, draw 1. If that card is a blessing, draw 1 with the common edition. Oh no, excuse me. That's not, I want Divine. Which we want is this. And then we duplicate. We want this to be create 1 Teddy. When damage is taken, move Teddy to hand once per turn. We want to remove Truth Behind a Story. Perfect. All right. So that's 120. 6 cards, 2 duplications, 4 removals. All right, cool. And then I might as well create the preset for, where is she? That's Faye. Where's Chizuru? Wait a minute. There she is. Like, why wasn't she showing up? Help. All right. Remove. Karmic Flames. We want the Unique Epiphany, which is this one. Tsukiyomi. Epiphany. 2 hits. Duplicate. Bound at Dusk. Oh, right. And then I hate when I do this. Then we do the Divine, which is move to exhaust. Every god has the move to exhaust, so like that's not an issue. It doesn't really matter. Duplicate, bound at dusk. We want this to be decreased cost of 2 random cards by 1 until used. Oni Hunt, Unique Epiphany, 80% damage to Shadow of the Moon plus at the start of the turn for Will-O-Wisp. Save. So that gives us a 7 card deck, 2 of 3 duplicates, 3 of 5 removals, 120 points. Good enough. And then the reason why we're only doing 120 instead of 140 is because we still want to have enough wiggle room for the desire cards. Alrighty, so Shattered Light. How are we looking? Gangrene, Tyrant, Plague, Revenge. Oh god, get out. Flee, Scurry. Plague 1 lost to? 45%. That'll probably be the right one. Let me look at my... Where's... Let me double check Zero System really quick. Alright, so we have additional Refracted Desire. And we want to save so that we can get this to 3 of 3 before we move on. Right? Yeah. And then we want to get... So we have this unlocked. We want to get this up first. Then we max this second. Then we'll grab Resonance Ignition. And then we can grab our rerolls. All right, I understand. So we're doing okay. It's just a matter of each piece. Just need to do more clears so we can get everything up. All right, Plague 1 lost to tier 11. 45% chance for Rare Fate. So let us work on Adelheid. So we're gonna swap out 9 for our darling, adorable daughter. We're gonna make sure that she has all her fragments. Yes. No. Why are you only 2? What the hell? Hold on. Oh, right, because I don't have the shards to make the Starlight and Dream set right now, which is unfortunate. I have 34 right now, so I will have to just simply deal with the fact that I don't have a 4 set for her right now. We have... So I need to replace this with what? Do I even want this? How about I do... We have 2-piece Tetris, 2-piece healers. I'm gonna say... Yeah, see, this is Starlight. Maybe I actually have... Hold on. Maybe I'm lucky. Maybe I'm lucky. Let's find out. Tetris is the most important, so... I mean, if we get a good upgrade... We got health in the upgrade, I'll take it. It's blue, which is not the best. That's a thing. Sure, I don't really have a choice. Can I swap this over? Hold on, I think I have a better option here. Let's just get rid of shit we're not using. 180? That's enough to make an piece? So this would give me 3 if we make a 5. I have 214. I have enough to make 2, which means I have enough to make what I need. So before I go crazy here, let me also select this and then make sure that everything else in place is actually going to work the way it needs to. You already have this, but is this better? Not really. I don't have one of these in a 2. I don't have a spare Tetris in a 3. Maybe I do. Yeah, we can make that work. She's already wearing the only other 2 that I have. So if I don't have a good, I have a void damage, defense, order damage, defense, possession damage, defense. This one could be good if I get a good upgrade. We also got defense percent. All right, so we're changing that to be our other 2 piece. So we need to make a 1 and a 2 in the Starlight and Dream set. So we're gonna go here, we're gonna go 1, we're gonna craft, make a 2, craft, go to 1. It's better than nothing, I'll take it. Ooh-wee. Great, all right. That'll give us a 4-2. And that wasn't that bad. It actually worked out. So we got a 4-2. None of her potentials are where they need to be, but I'm also like hella broke. Partner's only at 40. And our defense is only at 315 of 350. This could also be part of the problem because she's only at 40. Suppose we can go do this really quick so that we can actually get her there. Oh, I should swap my farming team over to my actual updated team.
どうして欲しいうちにバットうちの肩鳴らしといこっかなうちバットこんなの楽勝に決まってるっしょもっと褒めてくれてもいいんだよ
Unless I have to spend, the faster I can get to where I'm going.
館長はこれでもっと素敵なステー
So
ジを
that got us to 50. We'll do one more, but we'll make a quick swap here. We'll actually do Tifilda. And we'll see how farming with the new team goes.
さーて弓の今がチャンス私はこんなこともできますこのくらい想像の力よ肩慣らしといこっかな心配いりませんこのくらいこれはどうかなうちのバットこんなの楽勝に決まってるっしょ
So much faster.
いいんだよ
Holy crap.
心配いりませんははうちに肩慣らしといこっかなうちのバットこんなの楽勝に決まってるっしょ
Fucking
もっと褒めてくれ
cinema.
てもいいんだよ
It's cinema, chat. Yuki out here one-shotting things. That's insane to me. I never thought I'd see the day.
さあ弓の隙をついてこうやってうちバット こんなの楽勝に決まってるっしょ。もっと褒
Bro
めて
never
くれ
even
ても
stood
い
a
いわよ。
chance.
あ、来てくれた。館長はこれでもっと素敵なステージを。
All right, so that gets her. I don't know that that's going to do much in the way of additional boosting. That got us to 338 of 350. So we're close. We're close, but
館長は安全な人。
we need to boost this. Another 3.2%. So that got us to 342. So we're like really, really, really close. We actually have all of the things we want on slots 4, 5, and 6 as far as our percentages are concerned for our sub option count, but like we don't, or actually for our main option count, but we don't have a ton of extra sub options, and that's part of our problem. So like we're very close to hitting what I want with that. We're not quite there.
あ、来てくれ
I
た。
don't know that I can get more out of this,
館長は
sadly.
安全な人。
I need more defense percent. Not having enough. See, this only having defense 3 and health 10. I guess the best option here is, which ones have defense percent? Oh, that's already maxed. Boo. This says defense percent. Can I get... Probably not. What about this one? Oh, it's the primary. Ooh, I'm broke again. Yeah, we're still at 342. If I can get this to 5, I think that will get us to the 3 plus, the 350 plus that we need for this. Let me just experience. It's fine. Let me do this since I haven't done. No, my children have forsaken me once
いらっしゃいま
again.
せ。コーヒーはいか
How
がです
could you,
か？
Bella? Working in cahoots with Owen once again. My children have left me. Simulation. Training. I have everything else that I need. I just need the money to do the thing. Big buffs.
肩慣らしといこっか。この子、私はこんなこともできます。
Why did I even do that? I don't even know why I did that.
心配
Iceberg Cleave is just gonna kill him. They have no health. I think it's a level 1.
もう一押し行きましょう。
I don't think I did a 6 on
こ
that.
んなの楽勝に決まってる。
No, I did.
もっと
I
褒め
did
て
do
く
a
れても
6 on
いいわ
that.
よ。
They just have no health. They had like under 1,000 health. Excuse me? What the hell? I don't remember them only having like 600 health. That's kind of crazy to me.
あ、来てくれた。
Alright, let's...
館長は安全な人。
25% increase. Oh, that should be more than enough. 376. Let's go! Alright, we got there. So the only thing we don't have is obviously the additional sub option count at or above 24, which not going to be a huge deal here. Alright. Let's go get ourselves a Season 4 Adelheid deck, shall we?
小石 星を落としておくと道に迷わない。
We'll figure it out. Convert a normal card into strategic starting point. Or take a survivor's hood. These are both kind of poo-poo. I mean, free shield at the start, though, I guess. That's fine. Restarting shield at the beginning of a fight is fine. Obviously not the best, but, you know, we'll take it. Getting Flash Slash early is nice. Favor, I think, is still broken. Revelation guarantees a piece of legendary equipment when receiving an equipment reward from an elite for the next 2 fights, or increased dots by 50%. Wow, I don't like any of these. I don't know if I want any of these, to be honest. All right, let me... really quick, because I forgot to do it earlier. All right. I don't know. I guess we'll just do Revelation and see if we can get some extra legendary stuff from elite runs, which I'm not going to run into until like here. And I need 2. Actually, wait, is this isn't considered an elite, it's just rare. One, two. 1, 2. Shop. Go up. 3. Go down. 4. Go up. Elite. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. I'll make it work. Damn, I didn't get Flash Slash early.
うちの
悪い狼さん倒す。お祭りが始まったみたい。しかもこれは一緒に絵本は読もう。悪いお城が私を守ってくれるの。
There we go. All right, so we want to go here.
この子私はこんなこともできます。心拍想像の力よ。
お祭りが始まったみたい。しかもこれは一緒に絵本は読もう。それ。
逃げられるかな。ああ、もう捕まったね。演出のクライマックスです。
Wow, what? No, wow, wow, what the hell? Sure. Second fight, we're already getting a Divine Epiphany. That's crazy. What is that luck? So we missed out on one of our divines if we don't go up, but I want a more unknowns, so we're gonna go here. This gives us the kaleidoscope fragment, if I remember correctly. Let's see here. I believe that that's the, yeah, this is the kaleidoscope fragment. So when weaken is applied through an ability, 1 weaken, 3 scorched. Problem is I don't have anything that applies weaken. Like, generically. This applies vulnerable, not weaken. So kaleidoscope fragment is kind of meh here. So we'll go through normally. Lush seaweed. When shield is gained through a card, 30% fixed shield. I think increasing stress gives us a different piece of gear. If I remember correctly. Sorry, my neck is being angry. It's because I'm sitting weird. I'm not trimmed. I'm just sitting diagonally again. And she's kind of just constantly wanting to generate shield, right? So like that should be fine. I'm just gonna take the credits. I think the credits are better here right now, just so I have more for the shot that's coming up.
このくらい私はこんなこともできます。心拍想像の力よ。はっ。
海の泡にはならない。
これくらい。このくらい執行官の実力をお見せします。心拍ぜひ味わってみてください。抜刀。これはなかなか明快なロジックだ。
お祭りが始まったみたい。悪いよ。
Doggo. Bark, bark, bark. I mean, Crimson Sword is good for starters. I'm not gonna say no to Agony early on. Except when I roll a 2. Bruh. Bruh. There we go. First try. Larvae. Time Kidder. On draw, apply weaken or vulnerable. When a harmful effect is applied, draw 1. Act, do agony, crit chance for enemy. Harmful effect 2 morale. Increase dot. Decrease damage taken. 100% fixed shield. Desire is what we're looking for. Inquiry. Inquiry is what this card is. So we want the other desire card, which is survival. Nada. Welcome back. They both have shops, so it's... Our boy is here. He's come home.
私はこんなこともできます。心配いりません。想像の力よ。このくらいなら想像の力よ。バット。本当にすごいですね。心配いりません。ぜひ味わってみてください。一緒に絵本を読もう。ヤッホー。うちにやー。
I don't have any damage cards. Wait, actually, if I pull her basic,
ようやく真実が見えてきたぞ。
I already used it. I'm dumb. Don't run away. Actually, it doesn't matter. He's gonna get agonied out. We did it. Our boy gave us equipment. Holy shit. It's really good. Kite and shield, 3 counterattack. On counterattack, shockwave 1. Obviously, that's not like the best, but it's pretty good. I think the better armor for her is technically going to be Cocoon Cape. But having her have counterattack isn't terrible.
いらっしゃい。所持クレジットは十分かな。素晴らしい選択です。って新しい品ですか？もちろんお見せしますとも。新しい品ですか？もちろんお見せしますとも。
No. I mean, no.
また来て
How are we
ください
looking?
ね。
Do I want to remanifest? Slash? I don't think so. No, we're good. We're good. We are good. Because I get rid of stress. Whatever. Scarita. Powder keg, gladiator's helm, credits. Give me the cash. Banui. We out here getting all of Yuki's items today. Baller. We'll just keep going forward. Can I make wedge work? None of this is dots. Do I? That's a tough decision. Do I want dot damage? Do I have dot damaged? Technically for the run I do, but do I have, does Yuki is physical attack, Hilda is extra attack, Chizuru is multi-attack. I think I'm doing fissure arrows, so technically there is a dot, but I don't know that it counts as dot damage. You would still need things like Scorched or Agony or I think it'll be worth it. I think it's worth it. I only take a small hit. It's only 10%. So I'm only losing like, yeah. I don't think that's terrible. I'm going to see about making this work. I feel like I can. All right.
このくらい私はこんなこともできます。心配想像の力よ。想像の力よ。
That's fine.
お祭りが始まったみたい。
Just do that.
悪い狼さん、これは捕まったり本がドーン。
このくらい見てください。私が敵を弱体化しました。うちのバットちゃんと演出のクライマックス。心拍阻止してみせます。
Sure. It's fine.
女子くん。
Prepare to subdue. Let's just kill. Let's just kill. Let's just kill. Just kill. I don't have to think about it. She kills, we just kill. She crit for 3k. Holy crap. Why? That was insane. Okie dokie. We've done this one before. I don't remember what it was though. Credits survival. Was this the one I wanted? Yeah. We want survival. I don't know if I want cutting loose. Maybe I do. It's fine. We can always search other survival cards later. Especially since we're getting a second one here. Let's claim. What was claim again? Claim was harmful effect to morale. Yeah. Because we want to put that on Yuki. Ow. I'm gonna look at something. Okay. Alright, we got freezing delay.
うちにちゃんと見てなさい。感謝しなさいね。
本がドーン。
Here's protect us.
悪い友達を守って。
うちのバットはっバット
捕ま行政さんたちが手伝ってくれるの。
このくらいこれはどうかな。
悪いお城が私を守ってくれるの。
Even if you try to hit me, you will not be doing any damage.
心配私はこんなこともできます。このくらいなら問題ありません。執行官の実力をお見せし心配想像の力よ。想像の力よ。
捕まったり一緒に絵本を読もう。お祭りが始まったみたい。悪い捕まったりしない。ワンちゃん走って。本当にすごいですね。
引きちぎってやる。
good enough.
うちの刀なしと行こっかな。うちに守ってもらえて引きちぎってやる。バット
Alright, cool. Control? Random. Mm-mm. We can get a legendary from this fight.
新入りだってできることがあるんです。
うちのバカうちに守っや
悪い多くお祭りが始まったみたい。つかまこれはお父さんクマなの。それ
ああ、ようやく真実が見えてきたぞ。うちのバットこれ
Easy
は
enough.
なかなか明快なロジックだ。
Iceberg Cleave. What do we get? Health is health. We'll take it for what that's worth. What is this one? Trembling Silence. Decrease health, increase credits. Select to remove a card, please. And this will let us remove another
所持クレジッ
card.
トは十分かな。綺麗に消しましたよ。
Manifest, Natural Predator, Hearted Gold, Quantum Collector. For right now, Quantum is not terrible.
毎度じゃじゃーん。お待ち
I
ど
don't
う
know
さ
that
ま。
this is.
新着です。
That's eh.
新しい品ですか。
That's kind of eh.
もちろんお見せしますとも。ぜひぜひ生きてたらまた会いましょうに。
Moving on. First boss.
これはちょっと難しい。
うちに刀なしと行こっかな。うちのバット引きちぎってやる。逃げられるかな。ああ、もう捕まってね。女子くん一人でも問題なさそうだな。
Hi, Yuto. Thanks for the wiggles.
このくらいなら問題ありません。
Morale, draw 3, draw 1.
私はこんなこともできます。
Yee.
心配想像の力よ。このくらいなら問題ありません。
悪い私のお願い聞いて。
うちに
捕まっ本が
Probably should have just West Makata there to kill, but lazy.
これはなかなか明快なロジック。
Because counterattack kills. Hooray!
役に立てたでしょうか。
I don't think I have a single card of hers that I actually want to duplicate yet. Low sparking is crazy. I guess the easiest one to go ahead and duplicate for right now is probably Protect Us. I think that'll be fine. Oh, we got code. All right, so we got her armor that we wanted. Unless we happen to get incredibly lucky and we get the event for Remnant, I think Code's what I want. Start of the turn, if there's 3 or more enemies, gain 1 AP, draw 1. If a harmful effect is applied, gain 1 morale for a turn, 3 times a turn. Each time upon defeating a monster... Okay, we're gonna do Exaltation. Four, 4, and 4. There's a shop, but we forego. There's a shop on the bottom. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And there's still 2 desires at the end, but we're missing out on both of the extra shops. That's probably okay. We only need to get rid of 1 more card from her deck. Alright, so... Bottom. Bottom! I mean, that's good damage. Just say no.
悪い狼さん倒そう。
He's not doing damage this turn.
このくらいなら問題ありません。心配。ぜひ味わってみてください。
Okay.
この子、私はこんなこともできます。ちゃんと見てなさい。想像の力よ。引きちぎってやる。ああ、ようやく真実が見えてきたぞ。うちに刀なしと行こっかな。うちのバトル。
I don't know if Doggy's gonna kill here, but we're gonna try it anyway. It does! We didn't want this to Epiphany. I mean, I guess if we're gonna keep it, this is the one we want, but we're not really looking to keep Truth Behind a Story. I mean, we can. Yeah, I think this is the one to keep. If we're gonna keep it, that's the one we want, but I don't know that we're going to. We'll make that decision later. I can't believe that was our first Epiphany for her, too. Oh, no, PO. He's gonna go crazy. Eventually. They're all incorrect. I think I understand. Verification meaningless because I already knew. We already... so here's my problem. I want to do this, but another survival card. That's rough, buddy. Because if I can get her card to 3, because this would give me, this is the second time we've seen a survival. All right. Yeah, because we haven't seen a lot of survivals, it's better to go ahead and just grab that now. Uh-huh. Mental breakdown. Never a good thing.
うちに守ってもらえじっとしててねうちのバットちゃんと見届けなさいねうちに守ってもらえ感謝しなさいね引きちぎってやる逃げられるかな
Doesn't quite kill.
もう捕まったね女子くん一人でも問
It
題
was
なさそう
really
だな
close though.
うちの肩鳴らしと行こっかなちゃんと見てなさいうちにも心配いりませんバット
Nice. Okay. Moving forward. Shenanigans ensue.
うちに守ってもらえてうれうちのバットうちに引きちぎってやるこれはなかなか明快なロジックだ
Yeah. Let's West Makai and get rid of
真実が見えてきたぞ
Orb Convergence. Draw 2.
うち
Sever
のバッ
Ties.
捕まったり
Kill.
悪いお友達を守って
Fernando.
このくらい見てください私が敵を弱体化しました
That was bound to happen.
うちに
捕まったりしない妖精さんたちが手伝ってくれるの悪い一緒に絵本を読もう
Yep, you're fine.
捕まったりしない
Oh boy. Create a doggy pack. Create one Teddy when Teddy is used one counterattack for a turn. Retain counterattack. Sure, I guess. It's not quite the one we want, but it's still good.
悪いこれは
お肩鳴らしと行こっかな私はこんなこともできます
Damn, girl. 1400? Okay. Him dead. Big murder.
あ館長ちょっと整備中でした
If I wanted to redo Friends, this might be a good time to try. I think it's less impactful since we're technically getting rid of... Yeah, I think this is the time to get rid of that to do this.
疲れた
Us. Unfortunate.
うちちょっと横になってくるから寝てる
It'll be fine for now, but we'll like go from there. This still gives us 4. We're still gonna end up re-epiphany, not to the right Teddy one though. Gauntlets. Yeah, but we don't have anybody that does that, bro. I think the escort is all credits. Unless I'm wrong. I might be wrong. I don't remember. I've done this one before, but I do not remember. I think it's all credits. Oh, no. Select one card, Epiphany, Spark and Epiphany random. This is fine. I can handle the fight because it's not an elite. We want to spark Once Upon a Time. Oh, we actually got the one we wanted though. Got there. Also, why did her thing not... Hold on. Her stupid thing isn't applied again because I wasn't paying attention. It's fine. Tiff's is, but it's not showing him. That was weird. Whatever, man. I just work here.
心配いりません捕まったりしない本がドーンうちのバッター逃げられるかなああもう捕まったね女子くん一人でも問題なさそうだな
For the most part. Well, that turn sucked.
うちにバタ鳴らしと行こっかなうちのバット
That almost kills everything unless we crit. If we crit,
本当にすごいですね
never didn't have it. Anyway, he did. Desire. This is gonna be an inquiry. What am I at right now? I think we're only at level 2 survival, so we're looking for survival. Ew. We can only go 3 if we go up. There. We'll see how we're looking here if we need to go down or if we can go forward. But for the most part, we're going up to get as many more desires as possible. Oh, all right. That happened.
私はこんなこともできますこのくらい想像の力よ感謝しなさいねちゃんと見てなさい悪い狼私のお願い聞いてうちのバタ鳴らしと行こっかなうちに守ってもらえて嬉しいよね引きちぎってやるバットうちのバット
Yeah, sure. Go ahead, buddy. It's fine.
なんかすごいのが友達を守って
It's not fine. It's fine.
やれるかなああ
It's fine.
捕まったね
Don't worry about it.
これはなかなか明快なロジックだ心配や
Okay, we're not taking that much damage now. Don't worry about it.
捕ま一緒に日本は山
There's Garden of Secrets.
そこではみんな幸せに暮らしましたとさこのくらい想像の力よ捕 捕まったりしない。お祭りが始まったみたい。心配、ぜひ味わってみてください。
Oh, this is new. Closed circuit terminal. On all target attack through an ability, one vulnerable to a random enemy once a turn. Or just select an epiphany. That's a not terrible... Huh. Meant for Hilda. Could still be good on Yuki. However, epiphanies are more important right now. Oh, Morse code? Sure. Boo! None of these are what I want, but we'll just take this. It's fine. It's whatever. It draws 3. I'm not keen on it, but it's fine. Wow, YouTube is just having all kinds of seizures tonight. What the hell? Yelling at me about keyframes? Sure. Okay. Inquiry is that one. We don't want inquiry. We want survival, please. Inquiry. Inquiry. Sure. Whatever, man. The pain of not getting the third that we need. Second method. No one's doing any extra attack though. Give me the cash. A nice hat, thanks. Made it myself. Oh. I was not expecting to get remnants to show up. Nothing. Here's the problem. Unless I'm using her with Hilda or Haida Marie, or like unless I'm using her with like really specific people who actually activate stuff, which I'm not entirely sure I'm going to be. Because I'm using Tiff. Like, we're just healing through the damage rather than trying to block the damage. So you really should be able to set a card time as a priority at the start of the run. We don't need guarantees, but a noticeable increase in percentages would be nice. Yeah. I would agree with that. So I wasn't expecting this event. Look, we finally got the event, which is cool, but I don't know that I want Desire, or I don't know if I want Remnants. 2 removals isn't really something I care about right now. Like, I've got all the I mean, technically I don't have all of the cards I want removed from Adelaide's deck, because I want to get rid of Book, but frick. Free copy is hard to pass up, chat. If we just copy the normal Protect Us so that we have 3 copies of it. Yeah, yesterday's runs were hella cursed for Magna. What is it with tanks and being cursed in this freaking chaos, Foosh? Every time we've tried to run a tank, we just get cursed, bro. Every time. Do I just take remnants? Like, I don't know if I want to get rid of Spore. Or not Spore, if I get rid of Cocoon. Getting rid of Cocoon doesn't seem right. And I'll be honest, I don't want to give Yuki remnants. Like, I'm not building Yuki. Her deck is just going to get dumped anyway. Same with Tiv. Like, these two decks are getting dumped at the end of this. This is specifically an Adelheid run, and I'm just not getting anything. So I think our option here is to copy. I think we copy a third Protect Us so we have all of our copies, so we're not burning sorting materials for copying, and we're just burning... We're spending a little bit more time in sorties so that we can actually get the materials so that we can just redo the epiphanies. I think that's what we do. Because at least as long as we have the 3 copies of Protect Us, we'll be alright. I could just make modifications as we need to with orbs, but like, having the copy is what's more important. And I'm just gonna copy the duplicated version just because I don't need to... I don't need the other one, honestly. Alright, moving forward. Yeah, it's the first time I've actually seen the Remnants event too, which is like, I'm a little grumpy about that, but what are you gonna do?
友達を守って
うちにバットうちのバット
本当にすごいですね
ああようやく真実が見えてきたぞ
That should kill, regardless of anything else. Get her done. Sure. Whatever, man. Alright, we're probably gonna need to get Yuki to roll over. So we'll see what happens. This is such a shitty hand.
捕まったりしない一緒に絵本を読もうまるそこではみんな幸せに暮らしましたとさ心配入りぜひ味わってみてください
It just was a bad starting hand. There was like nothing for me to do with it. Alright, one of our 3 is correct. We only have to worry about using 2 orbs now. Oh, Jesus. Gosh darn it. Okay, I guess. The one that was attacking died, so we don't have to think about that. So, alright, we got another prepare, which is good. Murder, 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 murder. Murder, murder, everybody's dead. Alright. We shall attempt again. Oh, it's the boys. Prepare. Slash slash. That's fine. Oh my god, another Dialos, you say? What the fuck? Sure, I guess. Tenacity damage, whatever. Whack. Alright, they're not really that big of an issue right now. Mostly because that was more important. No kidding. Wow.
それはどうかな。悪い友達を守って。
Oh.
その深淵
Hey.
続かないで。うちに守っても
捕まったりしない。妖精さんたちが手伝ってくれるの。悪い友達を
Maybe?
守って。
No. All right. That's fine.
うちの引きちぎってやる。うちには
There we go. All right. Got him.
ああ、もう捕まったね。女子くん一人でも問題な
It's
さそうだな。
basically free. It's just free. Come on down. It's all free. It's free real estate. I don't think we're doing anything with. Well, I mean, actually, who's doing control? Survival, flame inquiry. It was nobody was doing control, so we're doing random desire. Will I? Can I? Will I? Will I get what I want? Will I finally get my final desire? Fucking survival. Survival, please. Nope. 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 I'll just give her a level 3 inquiry, I guess. At least we're getting that now, which is nice. Trudging ever forward. I need to get this desire, so if we don't get it now, then we're never gonna get it.
うちの引きちぎってやる。
I mean, we probably will, but
捕ま私のお願い聞いて。
このくらい。はは
that does like no damage. Fernando.
なんとして
On
も
sword.
やらなければなりません。
Freezing blade.
ちゃんと見てなさい。
Flash slash.
バット
Draw anyway?
刀なしと行こっかな。
Because that's 4,200.
かな。
That gives him under half.
もう捕まった
Under half is fine for now.
女子くん一人でも問題なさそうだな。
Alright, we have a West Macott for next turn. Ow! I hate this guy.
ああ、ようやく
West Macott, get rid of barrier.
うちのバットちゃんとうちに守ってもらえて嬉しいよね。うちのバットバット
This still is gonna hurt a lot.
審判私はこんなこともできます。
Protect us.
友達を守って。
このから想像の
Square.
力よ。審
Circle.
判想像の力よ。
悪い
Hogs?
お祭りが始まったみたい。
このくらいなら問題ありません。見てください。私が敵を弱
捕ま
体化しまし
ったりしたない。
Draw.
一緒に絵本を読もう。
Iceberg clue. Thank God. We actually got damage. Somehow we managed. I don't know how we got there, but we got there. That was a little spooky, but Narja. Inquiry. Random, please, and thank you. It's still in the 90s. I hate it here. Control. Flame. Ah! It's so cursed. It's so cursed. It's so cursed. It's so cursed. We got item hatchery. So do we do? Oh my God, we got there.
目を見て挨拶してみてください。
Thank you, Super Creek. I'm dying.
偉い偉い。
somehow we ended up getting a survival, but it's a survival that isn't hers, so we're gonna keep looking. There we go. We finally got her third survival. God damn. Oh, my praise redeem? I like it too. I just think it's neat. I've lost the master file for it, but I just think it's neat.
あれいつの間に
Alright, we can finally get rid of Book.
いらっしゃい
Head pats!
きれいに消しましたよーっと新しい品ですかもちろんお見せしますとも
Thank you for the head pats.
じゃじゃーん
Dance of the Night Butterflies is on Ravage Fixed Shield. None of these are anything I care about.
新しい品ですかじゃじゃーんお待ちどうさ
Combat suit isn't terrible.
新着ですてへ
Good enough, chat. Good
生
enough.
きてたらまた会いましょうに
Adelaide's gonna break turn 2 or turn 3. If we allow her to live that long, but we'll see. She's only 10k, so it could be worse.
諦めたりしません
If we get lucky, oh please. I just need you to do the
うちの
one
バラ
thing.
バララスと行こっかな
You did not give me what I wanted. That's
う
fine.
ちに守ってもらえて嬉しい引きちぎってやるこれはなかなか
Good enough. We got rid of one of them. We're not gonna take as much damage. Protect us.
狼さん倒そう
Oh, okay. Are you gonna give me what I want? Increase the ego of one? No. This is still the one we want, right? No. This is the original one. Counterattack one, decrease the ego skill. Duplicated, draw two it's draw two blessings, increase the damage and shield of those cards by 60%. No, no, no.
友達を守って
Fine, man.
捕ま友達を守って心配いりません悪い狼さん倒そうそこでは
Garden of Secrets.
幸せに暮らしましたとさ
I am running out of patience,
このくらいなら
game.
問題ありません努力の成果をお見せします
Not a whole hell of a lot I can do
心
about
配いり
that.
ませんこれはどうかな
Well, this turn sucked. No damage, but it sucked. Serious?
ステージ演出始めませんうちのバット
Okay, whatever.
じっとしててね
We got her under half. Thank God. Alright. Formica!
このくらい私はこんなこともできます心配想像の力よ想像の力よこのくらいなら
Do a P2 draw.
準備完了うちにも
Air.
刀なしと行こっかな
Fuck. Her having her basics sucks, chat.
うちのか
Ow. Fine.
うちに守って引きちぎって
I don't really think that it matters too terribly much at this point, though.
うちのばっちゃんと見てなさい
I mean, like, I could draw a card, but where's that gonna get me? She's not dead, though. Doesn't matter. Alright, anyway.
お役に立てたでしょうか
I'm shocked they didn't give us new enemies, new bosses. Do something here. Formica has never ever been hard. Formica is a baby. She is easy. She's easy on the eyes, and she's also easy on the wallet because she dies super fucking quick. She's just baby. She's just baby. She's not hard to kill. We have an inquiry 3. Like, everything here is level 3, so like I don't really know what this does for me. Nothing. It does nothing for me. Wild. Anyway. That's crazy. Okay, sure, whatever. I don't care. Sure. One of them's gonna get eaten anyway. It really doesn't matter. I don't want any of these, man. Both of these are poo-poo. I mean, I guess we give armor to Yuki so that she has something. Doesn't really matter. It's not like we're keeping the deck. Le ouf. Yeah, Formica was never a problem. I don't know. I mean, I guess we'll look at it once we're done. Was it actually worth keeping? Will it actually be worth keeping? Oh, Yuki is in trouble. Goodness. Almost 68k. That's crazy. Oh no, it's that number again. Anyway.
館長、お待ちしておりました。
You know, Yuki, even though I say that I can't, I definitely will stay by your side. Don't you worry about that. I ain't going anywhere.
次からはもう少し気をつけてください。
Trust.
うなずくだけじゃなくて。
All right. How bad is this deck? I'm already dreading what I'm gonna see when we actually get in there. Good enough. We hit 20, which means we unlocked. No, we hit 24, and we were really close to hitting 25 to get resonance. Shame that. We'll have to poke that with a stick later to try to get 25 unlocked. I'm just gonna save for a little while. I don't necessarily need to like blow points on that yet. That's fine. I don't know why this still... It's a thing, I guess. I'm delaying. Sorry. Alright, how bad is this deck?
あ、来てくれた。館長は安全な人。
Only 100. Did we get no divines? We did not. All right, so let me look at this. We got our Once Upon a Time None of our protect. We actually got all 4 of our... Wait, hold on. It actually let us keep all 3 copies of Protect Us. For what that's worth, I think I'm okay with that. I wasn't expecting it to let me keep 4 copies of Protect Us, but I'll let that slide. That being said, I'm gonna have to re-epiphany all of them because none of them are the one that I want. I don't even know if I have. Do I have? Oh, I have so many abyssal cores. Yeah, I'm not gonna sweat it. All right, that's fine. So let's just do it. We actually got everything we needed, so like, it's fine. All right, we want this one. We have so many well, the thing about this is it's random. So we may end up burning a few more of these than we want to try to get the divine we want, but we'll see. That's why there's more than draw one, draw one, draw one, draw one. Because what we want to do is we want each of these to be moved 2 exhaust cards from discard pile to hand. Because that helps us move... Well, wait a minute. Do we care about this? So, like, I've been thinking about it, and I'm like, if we're doing... Maybe we don't care about divines. If we want a divine to, like, function the way we want it to here, I don't know if that's the one we care about. Wait a minute. Wait. Whoa. Hold on. We're not looking at Sortie. We might actually have a better pick here. Instead of doing... What if we did Viator instead? What if we tried to get a Viator and tried to add... Wait. Why didn't I think of that? Shit. I didn't even think of that. If we can get Viator on these, we can change it so that it's apply initiation to this card, which means we start with the ability for at least 2 of these cards to start in our starting hand every single time we start a fight, which means we're constantly drawing cards early turn 1, which is always a problem with other decks that aren't using card draw characters like Nia and Cassius. So, like, having the Viator on this might actually be better. Because that's solving our we're not using a Cassius deck problem. Let me see if we can get it once. I don't treat it as a comp. Oh, it's Fingies. Help. Gain 1 AP. This would be great if it wasn't for the fact that I'm trying to put this into a Chizuru deck. Okay, let me ask you this. Is building the cards with +1 AP still the better call than trying to get the Viator apply initiation at this point? Simply just because we're trying to use it in Chizuru. Does that really matter? Like, obviously we know she's not going to allow us to generate AP, which that's fine. But if we're trying to make the deck more universally usable, versus trying to specifically create this deck specifically only as a deck to support Chizuru, is that really the call? Like, is that really the right choice? And I don't know that I know the answer to that. I think probably not. I think if we just try to get +1 AP on all of them, it ends up being generically better for basically everything. We're still getting a draw, we're just not getting it in the opening hand. We're still going to be using, we're still probably going to be using Hilda in some capacity. If not Hilda, then we're probably still going to be using Tiff, right? So we're still getting what we want out of it. We just need to be able to hit. Hold on. So, like, the question is how fast can I cycle cards to do enough damage to make them, like, free? I have to make sure that most of Chizuru's cards have the reduce the cost of this card by 1 to make them 0 so that she's, like, playable, because we're not generating AP. Yeah, I think right now I'm gonna try to just get +1 AP on these for right now. You know what? That's fine. I'm okay with this. Having 1 with initiation and the other 3 with AP, I'm good. I'm good. I don't know why I did that. I should just click remutate. Stop. Ooh. Mutate orbs are rough. All right, I feel like this is better. Extra AP is always handy. I agree. I just think it's like generically such a weird way of doing things. I don't have a working Chizuru deck that's like current. I think my most recent Chizuru deck was season 3. And I think it was like early season 3. No, I lied. It's season 2. Or no, that's season 1. I have a season 1 Chizuru deck. I haven't really done much with Chizuru since season 1. Damn. I forgot. I was thinking about my other account that I actually have a season 2 and season 3 deck with. Ah. Damn, I love how this duplicated Tsukiyomi didn't even get Epiphany. Bruh. I don't even think I finished the run that this was on. Crazy. This is how old this deck is. I don't have anything but card count and fate memory. That's all that's on it. There's no points, there's no removals, there's no, yeah, like all of this stuff is not even close to being on that deck. All right, so yeah, my Chizuru is definitely my, we are definitely going to need to work on getting her boosted soon. For right now, however, because I want to at least make sure that she's usable, we will be registering Chizuru in the tube. So we're putting her in the tube, making her 55 so that she's actually going to be capable of doing something. And then I can work on actually building her deck later. That is the plan anyway. Wait, what else do I have? Hello?
お力添えいただき
Okay.
ありがとうございます
So they're saying 4-2. This one's weird. They're saying 4-2 with Orb of Inhibition. 30% damage to void cards with a hit count of 2 or more, which is like, that makes sense because like that's her whole shtick. But they're saying to do 2-piece Blackwing instead of 2-piece because they just want her to be pure attack and not crit, which is like wild to me. Oh, did he already post it, or is he's just done with it and he's like letting it upload? No, I guess they're saying recommended progress is straight up attack. I guess that makes sense. I don't think I even have anything I can like. I can give her Blackwing, and that's literally it. For right now, that's fine.
お力添えいただきありがとうございます
It puts her over. That's really funny. Good enough. Whatever. I didn't figure. But if he's done with it, good. It'll probably be up tonight or tomorrow then. I'll be on the lookout for it. What is it? Quarter to 9? Damn, it's way earlier than I thought it was. I don't know that I feel tired. I'm just kind of bled today, if that makes sense. Ma'am. We just kind of feeling it. You know what I mean? It has been a day.
館長本当にちゃんと応援してるの
Let me look at something really quick in the analyst lab. Analysis lab, bruh. Mutations. Oh, cores of mutations are not that expensive. They're only about 1,000. Its potentials. What does phase do again? Adds desired equipment to save data. Oh, is this the one that just lets you pick whatever item you want for a slot that isn't like generic? I understand. I think he's streaming right now. You could rate him. I don't know how much longer you're streaming. I don't really know either. I might try to do a Chizuru run. I think about it. I'm actually out of Black Mass. I need to do some sortie runs at some point this weekend. Because I just haven't had the chance to actually run sortie this week. You know what I need to do? Give me a second. I want to load something up in the background because I haven't actually looked at it. You might hear weird music. Ignore it. All right. No, I already did do. What is this? Oh, damn. Did I really not get a chance to use any of these? I'm so upset. Really? Nothing. Token. How do I use it then, brother? I mean, I guess. No, we got good stuff. Maybe? No. I got extra ones. I haven't used these yet. Because I got another half anniversary card and a selective rescue that I haven't actually done anything with yet. More purple orbs, please. Thank you. Who would I use it on? Who would I use it on? It's all the way up to Diana. So Hyda Marie, Adelheid, Tenebria, Faye, Hilda, none of them are going to be grabbable. So like, I'm not super pressed on them, obviously. Who would I use it on? Do I go Rin 3? Do I go Orlea 4? Do I go Haru 3? Because you can't grab Serenial. I'll be honest, I'm actually really shocked I was able to get E1 Serenial. Could do Narja. I don't play around with Narja as much. I could do Tiff. Now that I think about it.
艦長要員管理中ですか
What is E1 Tiff? Change the max stack of a form upgrade for the Event Horizon card from 3 to 4. What was... Oh, that's right. This makes it so that Event Horizon lets me pack 4 instead of 3. Time Kidder. Calipe. Yeah, like going Orlea 4 is kind of interesting because that's... that is, if there's a creation card in hand, increase damage amount of all allies by 10%. Getting E4 Orlea could be good. Because I don't know if that particularly offsets her nerf. But, because like there's always going to be a creation in hand. Like we're always going to be hanging on to Tuffy. No matter what, Tuffy's gonna just stay in hand as long as possible because he heals at the end of every turn. So having the ability to just always have increased 10% damage so long as we have Tuffy in hand, like, and that's always active. There's no caveat to that. That activity is just always there. Plus, being one more step closer to having E6 is fine. Like, E6 is okay. But it's like whenever she uses a creation, she does fixed damage to everything. So, like, E6 is not necessary. E4 is pretty good, though. Just free flat damage. Sure. Seems good. We could also go... I could also go E3 Rin, which is 100% damage amount to Darkness, Secret Art, Slash, and increase Vulnerable by 3. So, like, that's more damage to her ego. And it increases the Vulnerable from 2 to 3. Obviously, E4 is, like, where she shines. Like, Rin really picks up once you get to E4. I've talked about it, so I could be blue in the face until I preach just how good E4 Rin is. Any card she uses instantly into Dark Miststones. We could also go E3 Haru, which is additional damage to Power Strike and 20% damage amount for each beneficial effect in possession. So like the more buffs you have, the more damage you do. Maxes out at 800%. So like it could get really strong. E4 is also really strong too. E6 is also like all of Haru's manifestations are strong. Except for Narjaki's, you always use support. I mean, yes. Sometimes. Unless I'm doing a, like a 9 Calipe, what's her butt? Magna. I'm using support for the most part. Even then, I don't know. I'm still trying to focus on whether or not I can make Hilda Faye Adelheid or Hilda Yuki Adelheid work, just because then I could just stop all damage. I don't have to heal if I'm not taking any damage. 5 head. Like, there's that. Adelheid just makes not taking damage super easy. Wonder if I could make... Where am I at with the Faye deck right now? It's kind of poopy. It's not really good. It's still seasonal. I wonder... I'm gonna try... Let's see if we can make this work. It might be hard just because the Yuki deck was specifically built with Tiff in mind. So there's going to be a lot of AP underages. But we have... Actually, wait. No. I think it'll be fine because we have the generic... Because we have the gain 1 AP on Protect Us. This should be fine. I don't know. We'll see. Let's see if it works.
のんびり行こうよやっと面白くなってきたな
Okay, so that's really funny. And I'm
悪い狼さん
excited to see how this works. So, what are we at? 737. We're getting attacked here.
ではみんな
So we
幸せに
shield.
しましたとさ
Look how much damage we're not taking. Like, that's it. That's our damage right there. From these three. And even then, I don't think it matters. So we protect us, protect us, protect us.
友達を守って友達を守って捕まったりしない
Obviously, we need to make this change. I'm just not sure what I want to change it to yet, so I'll work on it later.
悪い狼さん倒そう
I don't really need to go to 910 shield, but sure, okay, I guess.
さーて気合い入れていくよ
Iceberg.
じっとしててね
Really didn't do much.
悪い狼さん倒そう
Let's just make dogs. It's fine.
祭りが始まった
We'll have them for next time. Let's go ahead and Westmacott, and we'll get rid of
ようやく真実が見えてきたぞ
Cutting Loose to grab 2 more cards. Subdue.
うちにバタならしと行こっかな
Okay,
うちのバッ
flash.
トバットクライマックスです
All of the damage we could have taken,
弓逃げ道
negligible at best.
の
Fair.
うちにバタならしと行こっかな
悪い狼さん倒そう
Cutting
妖
Loose.
精さんたちが手伝わんじゃん走って
Okay. Protect us, gain an AP.
さーて
捕まったりしない
うちのバッ
Freezing,
チャンと見てください
Flash,
バット
Iceberg, Doggy.
じっとしててね 弓の名手の腕
Draw and release, draw 2.
弓の名手の腕見せてあげる
悪い狼さん倒す
さーて気合い入れていくよ
Draw and
弓の目
release.
つきをついてこうやってうち
Prepare.
にまたならしと行こっかなさーて
Draw and release.
気をついてこうやって
Triple Dog.
ワンちゃん走ってワンちゃん走ってワンちゃん走って
Raiders?
うちのバッ
I mean, we're not going to be able to keep it for next turn when she actually has creatures out, so it really doesn't matter.
うちにまたならしと行こっかなうちじっとしててね
悪い友達を守って
うちにバット
友達を守って
バット
友達を守って
弓の名手の腕見せてあげる逃げ道の
Vortex.
うちのバタならしと行こっかな
捕まったりしない
I mean, we're not taking any damage this turn anyway.
気合い入れていくよ
Give us the 0 in for future. Alright, we get 2 more big boys.
弓の名手の腕見せてあげる
We'll do a free draw and release. Attacked us.
友達を守って
うちに守ってもらえて嬉しいよ。バット
Flash.
バット
Triple doggo.
うちのバカタならしと行こっかな。弓豆今がチャンス。
友達を守って
うちに守ってもら
Put
え
her
て
in the
嬉
ice
しいよ
cube maker.
じっとしててね。
Good enough. Yeah, no damage. You just don't take damage.
こんなの楽勝に決まってるさ。見事な成果ですね。もっと褒めてくれてもいいんだよ。
I mean, whether or not that's doable with elasticity, because not elasticity, but like, yeah, that Adelheid will work out well. We just need to make the change from Doggy to Teddy, but whatever. It's versatile enough that it's not a huge issue. But like,
来てくれた
all in all, I'd say that that's not terrible. We just change this to Teddy. And we're good to go. Honestly, I think that worked great. I do not see that as being a big problem. Oh goodness. Let me look at the partner list again. I don't remember what are my options. Janet, Zeta, Bria, Kiara, Scarlett, Marion, Tina, Marin, Noelle, Erica, Asteria, Westmacott, Itsuku, Gaia, Althea, Tina, and Ivy. Who don't I have? I don't have Bria. I don't have Scarlet. Scarlet would be good. I don't have Noelle either. Not having Noelle's kind of wild. And that'd be good for Orlea. Have everyone else. Janet or Kiara could also be really good. I also don't have Erica. Really? Interesting. I guess I haven't really focused on getting Erica just because I don't have Magna leveled yet, so that's probably why. So I would probably want to get either Noelle, Scarlet, or Tina. I'm not sure. What is Tina's
就業時
again?
間はきっちり守り
She's
ますよ。
order extra attack. Wait, who's... Erica's good for counterattack combatants? Yeah. I don't have Magna leveled, and I don't really do counterattack on Calliope. Like, Erica's kind of built for Magna, honestly, since that's like her whole shtick because of Crystallize and counterattack being part of her whole kit. But yeah, like, if I'm being real honest, I think my...
日程を調整します。
I'm not leveling Kairon, that's why I don't have Bria. I'm not leveling Magna right now, that's why I don't have Erica. I have Orlea, I just don't have Noelle. She just refuses to show up when I roll. Janet is handgun bullet, really good for Luke, Lucas, and Renoa. Kiara is really good for I
もしかしてご命令ですか？
actually don't remember. She's Hunter. Who's the hunter that does all the discarding? Is that Diana? Diana has a partner, though. Diana has Sophia. So then who is Kiara for?
どうしてここに
Why don't I remember who Diana was
も
for?
しかしてご命令ですか
I don't remember. Was Kiara supposed to be for Renoa? Oh, you know what? I remember now. I think that's right.
私を待たせるなんて
Yeah, Kiara is Renoa. This man refuses to come home. Refuses to come home. I've rolled so many 50-50s and he refuses to come home. It's wild. So yeah, I don't know. I'm not really working on Kairon. I'm not really working on Magna. I'm not really working on Renoa. Marianne was
どうぞ
Malin. Noel's Orlea. Janet is Bullet. Anybody Bullet. Technically Luke. Because Janet's also Iron Rain, isn't she?
相応の対価は払った。
Yeah, she's also Iron Rain. I don't know, man. I guess if we're thinking about like logical partner choices, Marianne or Scarlet, I think are the two that I'd look at, or Noelle if I want to just finally get Orlea's partner. I think those are the three that I'd probably focus on. I'll have to think about the partner one. That one gets to be a little bit more squishy when you're looking at the actual, like, what do I want? So yeah, I think that my biggest question is, like, who do I want to get another manifestation on? What was Malin's E1 again? Sovereignty has crit. Now strikes crit to ravage targets. Oh, right. It's guaranteed crit when they're ravaged. Forgot about that. That could be funny.
私を待たせるなんて
E2 Renoa is for every 4 Dirge bullets, create a Dirge bullet finale. When moved, it discard 163 extra attack times 2 to a random enemy. Gotcha. I don't know. I don't know. I'll have to do a little bit of thinking on that to figure out who I want to actually burn those on. It's been a while since I've had to think about who to select. You never know. You never know. But yeah, no, I'm actually really happy with how this turned out.
艦長は
And we didn't get a
安全な人
terrible... We didn't get a terrible mutation on that finally. We burnt like 8 or 9 cores, but we got there. 91 is good for reducing Q RNG if you're not using Massacre. True. I think like the current one I've got right now is Massacre. So like that wasn't a problem, but I haven't gone through and done a season 4 run with her yet. It also didn't help the fact that I just didn't get any good engravings on the Persona, which really pissed me off. But like, otherwise, the rest of this was really good. I was very happy with how this deck turned out. That being said, I already have her 81. I was very fortunate to get her to pull twice. So I mean, getting her to E2, which is exploit opening, creates 1 vulnerable, 1 tenacity damage. I don't. The rest of her her manifestations are weird. But yeah, no, E1 is, yeah. I was very fortunate that I was able to get her E1 when she first came out, so I was very happy with that. Yeah, man, I don't know. I guess maybe we do TIFF. I guess maybe we do E1 TIFF.
何かお手伝いできることはありますか?
Getting a 4th stack on Event Horizon seems pretty solid.
待機してた。
What was E1 Narja again? Increased meal times predation by 2? Wow, that's awful. 6 instead of 4? I really don't care about that. This is actually better. I would have liked to see this as E1 instead of it being E2. That's rough, buddy. Oof. Yeah, maybe I'll just burn it on TIFF. I'll have to think about that, but I think that's probably what I'll end up is just getting doing E1 TIFF. Could be good. Could be good. Trying to think if there's anything else I wanted to actually functionally work on tonight. I don't know. I think we did pretty solid on the Adelheid build. I'll have to do some more testing with it to see if I can actually manage to stay alive. But for the most part, I don't take a lot of damage, if I take any damage at all. I still want to try to sit down and look at Orlea and Calipe to try to figure out how they're going to work now with Orlea's changes and how the Season 4 stuff works with Calipe. And then I'm not entirely sure if I want to finally work on getting Mei Lin or Haru for my striker next. With Arabella coming out soon, though, I might have to wait and like focus on her when she comes out in like 2 weeks, just to make sure that like the rest of my strikers aren't like. Yuki is Yuki, and she will always be my #1, bar none. Go Team Blue. But like, with Arabella being a striker and her being so heavily dependent on Hilda, I'm not entirely sure how that's going to work out, and or if Arabella is going to actually power creep other strikers, to the point where it's like, you know, is it actually worth it? As Big Beauty Ranger, solid. I think she's great. She has been super fun to play around with. I still need to do a little bit of tweaking because right now I'm working on it. I've got a draw build fracture that I'm currently working with. It's also really poopy. This was kind of like my first attempt to like just sort of figure out how the draw deck works to see if it was actually going to be worthwhile trying to keep certain cards in it, or if it's ditch. Do I actually ditch Big Game Ranger and try to go for a 4th draw and release? But yeah, no, she's fun. She's really fun. I think her draw engine is really strong. I think she's slightly better than Veronica when it comes to that. But at the same time, I think that getting the ability to add the debuffs isn't really something that's capable right now. Like, building her for damage is probably the best way to go about it right now. Building a draw deck isn't going to be something that really is as effective as it should be until the other 2 characters have been released. Like, once Arabella and Olga have been released. I think the draw deck is going to put a lot more pressure on stuff because of all the stacks of Fracture you're going to add. Otherwise, I think she's still really good. Like, she can do really good damage, as is plainly evident by other members of the community who have been posting stuff on Twitter all day. Which is insane, by the way, the amount of damage that Grand does. Grand Arrow can go forever high. But yeah, I think she's really, 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 really good. I actually think it's really interesting too that, like, having the ability to get live rounds to just get more critical chance is, like, insane. I just want... You know what's really funny to me? I just thought about this. This poor girl just ceased to exist after Faye and Hilda came out. I don't know anybody that's trying to build her right now, and that's crazy to me. I also had a really dumb idea to try to put a full Passion team together, but the problem is there just isn't a lot of good supporting in Passion right now. Like, trying to do Tenebria Veronica Malin would be really funny. But who knows? Who knows? Man, I don't know. There's... Let me look at something really quick here. She's still solid, though. I'm making her rhythm card linked with, HDMI cards. Yeah. No, Tenebria Heidemery is just stupid. That will never not be good. I love those two together. I just wish I could make Diana work with it. But not having... I think this is the team comp, though. I think if you're going to do Tenebria Heidemery, Adelheid, like... Yeah. I think these are the three you put together for that team comp. Like, they make the most sense together. Diana's fun, but, like, I think you need that don't take damage so you can just let Heidemery grow forever. Plus, like, Heidemery one-shot builds Supremacy. Am I right, though? I've seen people put 6 digits on release. 6 digits on her release card. It's insane. People are putting dots in damage. Excuse me, decimal points in the amount of damage you're doing. Hello? I didn't even know that's what happens when you break that much damage. That's crazy to me. I'm so casual at this game. God damn. Holy crap. I'm trying to think of some, like, older characters that aren't getting a lot of love. I want to try to make Selena better again. Make Selena great again, please. I still love my Banui sniper. It's like, I still think my favorite build so far with Selena was Selena Serenial. But it makes me wonder, like, how do I make that work? I guess Tiff cycling could go good. Obviously, Cassius is Cassius. He's always going to be good in that set. Serenial just makes things fun, though. Just lasering everybody's ass off. Anyway, where did I put... Yeah, okay. I'm not worried about this. So this... I'll just show you guys what I was working on. So this is the build I'm trying to put together for Chizuru. Just because I want to see if there's a way of being able to just hard focus on Shadow with her, especially since we're basically just drawing everything through Adelheid and just generating as much card draw as you can with Tiff, so that you can just constantly be cycling Tsukiyomis and Oni hunts. The problem I have is that like I'm not entirely sure if like I'm pretty sure at this point you have to do the Oni hunt that does damage. I'm just not entirely sure what divine I should be aiming for, and I think that's where I got stuck. Like you could probably do Vitor increase damage, which is like that's kind of funny. I could also do reduce cost to just make it free. Because otherwise you're just not doing any damage. You're literally just cycling cards over and over and over again. Not that you're ever using any AP, because everything is 0. So it's like, what am I worried about? The hardest part about it is that you're just cycling a bunch of stuff until you get to like no turns left, and you've just taken like 80% of your damage. So I don't know. I think the idea is draw until you can get Garden, so that you can have shield retention like as quickly as possible, and then generate as many archetypes as possible, draw as many cards as possible, try to Tsukiyomi quickly, and then like focus on trying to draw Oni Hunt. If I take damage, I've got Teddy coming back into my hand to do additional shield. And then you cycle between Teddy and Garden so that you're just constantly popping shield on, so that you're sitting at like 1.2, 1.3k shields and just not taking any damage. And then like the only card that you're ending up actually casting any amount of AP into the garbage bin is when you're actually hitting Bind 5 Shadow. Need to make a Selena Mark build. I want to see Selena outperform Hugo somehow. We all want to see Selena outperform Hugo. Trust me. Trust me. This stupid dog, man. I get it. He's hot. He's great. He's got a really dope, like, potential to do all kinds of damage. But, like, how could you hate this? Also, like, just let her sleep. She just needs rest. This poor non-sleeping bunny girl. She just needs a nap. Please just let her sleep. Just let her sleep, chat. Come on. No, she's adorable. You know what I do want, though? I want them to give us the outfit that she has from her affection screen. Give us the actual bunny suit on the bunny girl. Please and thank you. I will pay money for that. Smilegate. Get on that. Right now. Bunny suit on the bunny girl. How are you guys not making money? Please and thank you. Give one to Selena, give one to Serenial, give one to Narja, and give one to what? Chizuru. You make so much money. You make so much money. And then you give Adelheid an adorable pajama outfit. Please, I'm printing money for you right now, Smilegate. I am printing money. So many people would buy pajamas for Adelheid. Are you kidding me? That'd be adorable. Put her in a oh my god. Put her in an animal onesie. Oh my god. If they want money, the chibi should have the fit you bought. Also true. You should be able to use the outfits in actual combat, because everyone wants to see Hilda in them shorts. Hashtag let Hilda's booty hang out. Oh my gosh. Them cheeks. No, seriously. Put Adelheid, put tiny adorable daughter in an animal onesie of your choice. She can do a bird, you could do bunny, you could do bear, you could do wolf. Any onesie you can think of. She will be adorable in it, and people will spend money on it. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. Money forever. Infinite money. Infinite money. Also, Give all of the quote-unquote student characters actual student uniforms as outfits. One for Owen, one for Rei, one for Haru, one for Mika. People will buy those, guaranteed. Hell, I would even go so far as to say is if you gave one to Narja, I think people would love that because never actually got a childhood. Maybe Tenebria to a lesser extent. All idols need to go to school, right? That's a thing. All idols must learn lessons. I don't know, man. It is what it is. Alrighty. We have been live for 3 hours. That's crazy. I actually just yapped about this game for half an hour. Crazy. You'll love to see it. It do be about that time, though. We are gonna call it good there. We got a decent Adelheid deck. I'm okay with it. I'm gonna do a little bit more testing with it. See if I can't build up this Chizuru deck the way I want to. I think I'm right in making it so that the Onihun does part of her deck because I think she needs to do a little bit more damage. Otherwise, I just don't think it's going to be feasible, but we'll figure it out. Shrine Maiden Fae. Shrine Maiden Fae, Shrine Maiden Chizuru. Both of those together. Those would be really strong. Good night, Okami. Go to bed. I also think, like, what if they give partners outfits too? That'd be hella interesting. Weird, and I'm not entirely sure how you'd implement it, but it'd be interesting. All right, what time is it? 9:30? Who's streaming? It do be about that time that we wander over to yonder twitch.tv to see who it is that is streaming that we might raid somebody. Cosmic's doing Swordy. Soma just started Tokon. Bob's is playing backyard baseball. LOL. Frankie's playing Densha Attack. Densha Attack's super fun. So many people playing Tokon tonight. I mean, understandable. Damn, even Sayu's playing with Tokon tonight? Oh, okay. Sure. Max has over 11,000 people watching Tokon launch day on his stream right now, and that's just on Twitch. I'm sure there's like another 9K watching on YouTube. That's crazy. Crazy. I'm trying to figure out who might be a better pick here. Might just push over to Cosmic. I think that's probably the call here tonight. Been a little while since we gotten a chance to actually raid him, so I think that's where we're gonna head. That being said, it is usually a thing that we like to do is we raid going into other people so we can get a chance to say hi to people who are kind of hanging out and playing the same stuff that we are. We like to use the dad emote around these parts so that we can let everyone know that dad is proud of them. If you do not currently have access or a subscription to the channel, it's perfectly fine. 100 Zenny or channel points will unlock dad for 24 hours, and you can let everyone know across all of Twitch that dad is proud of them. That being said, tomorrow is Friday, so we're going to take a peek at the grab bag once again to see if there's anything that we want to pick up and play. Depending on what we've got, we'll make some decisions before we go live. I'm sure that'll be fine. And then it's the weekend. So yeah, that'll be fun. Anyway, if you haven't gotten a chance to say hi to Cosmic, or if you haven't actually gotten a chance to follow him, please do so. He's a top tier gacha player. Plays a lot of the same games that I play. He plays a lot of CZN. He plays a lot of Grand Blue Fantasy. Go enjoy his content. He's very high level. I think you'll like it. Good discussion guy. That being said, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your evening. Thank you all so much for hanging out, and I love to see you guys again tomorrow. Have a good one. Bye-bye.